keepers. 18th year for Matt, and just solid, consistent, and really not the superstars. He's made guys better in the course of his coaching. Of course, Mike, when you think of our boy Tom Izzo, just a keeper, just solid. Loves the game, loves his players.
I believe it's 28 years for Tom Izzo. The Izzone is ready, and we are too. Michigan State, Purdue.
That's an upset already.
How about it?
Zach didn't get the tip. And right now, Purdue. Jason Benetti goes a little, man, a lot of pin downs early for Walker and Akins. You get Joey Hauser going a little bit too, is what Tom would like to do.
I know you're ready because you just rolled the man-to-man into analysis. Here's Akins in the lane, pivoting to kick it out, and Tyson Walker, who had the game winner last year against Purdue here, leads to a turnover in the corner with a foot on the sideline for A.J. Hogarth.
Big thing, I think, at least from Purdue's standpoint, offensive rebounding. They're very good at it. Michigan State has to be concerned, keep people off the glass. And they need easy baskets, so transition offense, not a great running team we're accustomed to with Michigan State, but they're going to push it, try and get some free ones early.
Yeah, you got to figure they would want to today with Zach Edey, the leading scorer and rebounder in the Big Ten. There is Loyor and Braden Smith, the two freshmen in the backcourt. They do hit it to the post for Edey. He goes up for the first time and misses, and the rebound Michigan State.
That's the hook down that he likes, usually over that left shoulder. So we're going to get Hauser going early, too.
He's had a dynamic year, Joey Hauser, much improved. Here's a little flash to the rim for Hogarth.
How about the footwork by Hogarth? He has played well of late. A little turmoil a couple of weeks ago, but they're now on the same page, he and Tom.
Well, you see that so much with Tom Izzo. He motivates kids, does it so well here at Michigan State for nearly 30 years.
And this is the play that they were working against. A dribble handoff and then a duck in by the big guy. I love this kid.
Braden Smith, a lot of moxie.
Very much so. Finds people, because you like to take away the lob on that dribble drive.
Hey, Big Ten fans, you could win $1,000 tonight simply by playing Fox Bet Super 6. All you need to do, download the free Super 6 app on your phone now and then enter your 6 game predictions for a chance at $1,000. 4 to shoot, Edey. In the lane, on the kick out, Ethan Morton, too short.
Morton's one of those guys shooting it real well. The Big Ten plays 6 for 8. You're going to have to give something up at some point. But Tom does not want to give those threes, those clean looks up.
It's a held ball here, and Purdue will keep it.
Sissoko, very important.
He's a burly guy down there.
Yeah, they need some physical play. He's going to be tired at the end of this game. I think it's a nice little curl. Loyor's so good without the ball.
Edey, diagonal pass. Smith tunneling into the lane, missed it short. Edey, a tremendous offensive rebounder, missed it point blank. And a foul against Ethan Morton and Purdue.
So far, so good in terms of Michigan State, how they're handling the big fella. They do a great job of going cross-court on it for the action. Everybody after it. Good call, too. Negated an opportunity for an open floor opportunity.
A call it on first. His first personal foul, 2 minutes in.
And Morton does a nice job defensively. Cuts well, screens well, and can bite you with the 3.
Hogarth on the drive, threw it off the foot of Sissoko. Smith weaving into the front court for Purdue.
And they do a great job of lobbing when he does that, or finding. There's an awful lot of great passes opposite this. Step through and shoot down. Amazing. What do? Maybe a little on the bounce. Maybe you'll see some people going to dig.
Just kind of put the hand in there, make him disjointed.
Right, somewhat. Shake him up a little bit. He's got that one-man zone in the back.
Joey Hauser trying to go to work, and he skipped it right to Morton. Ethan Morton down the lane, missed the scoop.
1-on-3, you got to convert that or bring it out.
Oh, a lob that went halfway across the state is fruitless for Michigan State.
Step back, he can do that, Smith. Look how deep the catch is. Say goodnight.
Look at this. Second chance. I mean, it looks like a Nerf hoop at that point.
Also, should have been over the back, though, on that rebound.
It's interesting. He's got to be difficult to officiate.
I would think. I mean, it's loads up. He's strong. Great pins under him. This is what I would do. Keep moving him around.
Hauser got it for three.
Catch and shoot. It's interesting. Hogan was being played by Edey.
Michigan State had turned it over 4 times already. They finally got an open look, and Hauser buried it.
There's that step through. Just forced him out another step, made it tougher. You can get this all night, though, because he's going to soften defensively.
Hogarth against Edey. He missed it. Here comes Purdue, 76 points a game, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, #1 in margin.
Doing a great job going side to side. Defense weakens. Look at this. First, wide open, too.
Close out by Hauser, helped that defensive possession.
Sissoko's really doing a nice here. They don't see the ball.
You were ready for it, I know.
Just in case.
Hands ready.
There's that pin down they've been trying to get. Walker.
Missed the jumper. Tyson Walker only took 1 3 in that Illinois loss on Friday. He had been shooting it very well.
Little horn set. Gonna roll to the bigger. That's their lob play. Say goodnight. Put the lights out. Wow. Weak side. Got to step in and take a charge on him. And again, the same play. Joey Hauser. He's looking for the play, and Hogan threw it at him.
Zach Edey 6, Michigan State 5 to this point.
This is a good match here, I think. First, and Hauser. A little drag dribble now.
Hauser and Edey wrapped it around, got it to the corner. That 3 for Walker won't go.
That's what the big guy does.
Well, he recovers so well. Even if you beat him around the corner.
He forces you to make passes like that.
Trying to camp against Sissoko outside of the lane. Zach Edey.
Nice dig.
That was the dig. It made him uncomfortable. First comes up with it and stepped on the end line.
Well, I saw a push, I think. They got a foul.
Tom Izzo wearing the shirt, Matt Painter as well, and his team honoring Dr. King's legacy and what these two guys have done for college basketball. And the way they handle themselves is fun to be around at the Big Ten.
They're lifers. They really are. They love their players. They're committed to the universities.
The foul against Joey Hauser. There's a foul on Michigan State as we went to the timeout. Purdue has it, and there is Fletcher Loyor to can a 3.
That he can do.
First 3 for the Boilermakers. It is 9-5, and you know this game has a little extra for him considering his brother's a former Michigan State Spartan.
No question about it. Was moved to Indiana. Walker with a pin down. Come up empty. Really could have gotten a little closer, maybe hit a floater.
He has not shot it well so far today as Purdue leads 9-5.
Jenkins on the floor. Good at dribble drive, attacking. It all goes to the low post generally when they need something. This is the middle ball screen. How do you play it? And this time Hauser gets over there. They didn't do that earlier.
Foul on Trey Holloman, the freshman from Minneapolis.
A little dribble drive here. Making sure you keep the big guy off the glass. First is one of those great rebounds, and Gillis as well. They're tough on the glass.
Yeah, Mason Gillis, one of those glue guys. Do everything guy coming off the bench now for Purdue, getting the 6 and 3.5 a game as Smith makes the free throw.
Gillis 17 offensive rebounds a game.
I mean, this team, Purdue, they hit the offensive glass hard as you're talking about. They also have taken 207 more free throws than their opponents.
Surprise you with that big guy out there?
That's a ridiculous amount of free throws.
Are you saying it's unwarranted?
No, not at all. Thank you for asking. Purdue with its largest lead at 6 on a 7-0 run. A
little shuffle cut. Kohler with the bump. A lot of guys are going to see time on the floor. Short bench right now. A little bit of a nickel dimer here, trying to ice it one side.
Yeah, Loyor was trying to get around the screen from Kohler, as you said, got caught up in the wash.
As well as you can drive it a little bit. Double screen on the other side.
Walker off the screen from Kohler.
That's what you can do.
And kick into that corner. And a second chance coming for Walker himself.
Look at this rebound.
Big rebound for Brooks, and he couldn't finish.
One of those guys is going to get more minutes, Pierre. Pretty active.
His last points, January the 3rd for Pierre Brooks.
He can catch and shoot it, though. Watching him early in practice a couple of weeks ago. Little pin down and the lock. This is their favorite little play. You got a great shooter, you got a hug.
Edey showed the screen. He'll roll to the rim. They open up a three for Gillis, and he buries it.
How about that? He's improved that shooting confidently. 13-3, 31%.
He started the last 25 games for Matt Painter last year. Foul called as Smith was hugging Walker.
Doesn't make many mistakes. Apart from the goal, not much he can do.
What do you think of Smith?
I love him. I mean, he's a great connect to the bench. His feel for the game. And you mentioned the air, the way he carries himself, the confidence. Just a great understanding of where to go, what pass to make. And the amazing thing that I've watched is his passing off the dribble on the lob. That's like old school. It's amazing. Just a terrific feel.
They're going to play without Edey for the moment. So Zach Edey goes to the bench. Brandon Newman has come in for Purdue, and so is Trey Kaufman-Renn, the freshman.
You got to drive it now. Without him under there.
Hogarth broke it down.
Doing a good job on Hogarth so far.
That three won't fall for Brooks. Michigan State has missed its last 8. Still loud in here, but all Purdue early on.
Well, this guy will get the offense organized too. Look at this dump, a little tough handle maybe, but a good idea. And then once it lobbed, it was a little more direct. Doesn't make many mistakes. It's a great conduit for others too, to hear these coaches talk about these players living it. You got his dribble drive without the big guy on the floor. Post up.
They'll go with Kohler and a foul call. Kaufman-Renn was behind him, and that's going to be his first foul.
He didn't have that arm bar. What he does here. Wow. I don't think it was anything illegal.
He might have. Did he ever put the second hand on?
I never saw that.
I don't know.
I've never seen you put your second hand in to pick up a check. I know that.
Well, it's too busy handling drinking vessels. Michigan State about 5 minutes without a bucket here.
Hogan has not been able to turn the corner. They're doing a good job on it. That was more of a foul there. But how about the footwork? Again, one of those guys that going to be asked to do something. Good post up. He has a good drop step move as well.
Kohler, they've called Baby Jokic before. And that one-legged turn looked a little bit like Nikola Jokic. This is a foul against Smith.
He must have extended the arm.
2 on Smith.
Wow. Playing without him because Jenkins comes in now. You see that right arm. Yeah, no question about it. Really just had to keep going, use that left hand.
Looks a little bit like what you tried to do to me on the way from Cincinnati yesterday, but I am very persistent and still in the chair.
It was not an easy trip. This is a time to make hay, though, I think. A little rhythm in your offense. Run your sets. You're still going to the post up. Kohler with a spin out.
He's fouled by Kaufman-Renn, and he will not count the basket.
He's got some great moves. We were here a couple of months ago, and just watching him practice, he knows that low post area, plays it with confidence. Nice little spin out here. But we're looking for that push off as well. Quick 2, and guess who's back? The big fella.
He looms large, literally. In the middle of that lane.
Nice screen for a great. You got to make those. You don't get many against this good defense. Walker, bring it in.
He missed a couple early. Had to have that. It's a 5-point game now. Hogard showed some help. So does Walker.
How about that? That drop step. He's clever. Knows where the weight distribution is. Acts accordingly.
Well, he felt the pressure coming too, it seemed like, and then turned the other way.
Trying to wait for the pressure, absolutely. If they were going to double a rake.
Aiken slipped it out, and a tough rebound, a strong one for first.
That's been there, but you got to make those.
Jaden Aiken's in and out of the lineup this year, missed 4 with a foot injury earlier this season. Malik Hall out with the ankle injury today.
Looking for the lob. They're doing a nice job. Now you can back off a little bit. Oh, they're jumping out on that. That dribble, hey, blew it up. Nice play.
So now they have to scramble it to Morton with 4. Inside, Edey listened to the crowd and scored.
About that fine. What a great presence by Edey.
Nice touch, too, huh?
Yeah. Knew it was late. Bergen has not been able to turn the corner. Morton, excellent defender.
Jenkins got caught up with Hogard there. Now Morton picks up Walker off the screen from Kohler. The Walker jumper is capped.
That's the shot you're going to get when you lift the big guy. You got to settle for it. A little deeper, occasionally on a floater, but 15 foot, it's a layup for these guys.
If that's the shot profile
Nice slip.
available. Oh, that is a pretty good high percentage shot.
I think they're going to have to raise the rim for that guy. Wow.
He's had a mammoth day so far already. Zach Edey to this point, 12 and 6.
Would have been sad if he stayed with tennis, huh?
Yeah,
hockey. Yeah.
Or pitching. That's a foul, and first was over there. They're going to call it Kohler on an offensive foul.
And there's that little dive, same play we've seen. Ball screen occasionally, or a nice little slip. How about the footwork? The mobility is overlooked. I mean, he's an athlete.
Last year and the year before, he had 30 minutes or more 0 times. He's done it 11 times already this year.
There's that pin down, they look to dump it right to him.
He turns to the right and misses. Offensive rebound for first.
That's his game. So Soker's done a really good job trying to keep him away. A little rake and a cover.
Jenkins open look, missed the 3. Nice box out by Hauser.
Yeah, they're going to pick their spots. Lay off maybe Jenkins and Morton from deep.
Hogard missed it for 3. Edey just waits for it and then bear hugs the thing.
He really looks like a coachable kid too, doesn't Edey? Responds. Pin in the cross screen. They like that play. And then it's stagger on the left.
First hooks it in for Edey. 7 to shoot.
That's the traffic clear. Good job by Hogard. Oh, wow. Could have been a jump ball or a play on.
Instead of foul on Michigan State.
Everybody picks on the big guy.
For folks who haven't seen Zach Edey up close with his 12 points to paint today, his legs are enormous. He's a large guy, but Matt Painter has got to be proud of the conditioning work that he has done to be in shape because Travion Williams isn't here anymore.
You can't extricate him from that low box area, and he relocates, reposts. Really smart with his footwork.
Post feed from Loyor. Edey scanning.
A good job pushing him as far away as you can.
Refeed.
That's good. Around the rim, forget about it.
Morton and Hogard trading paint into the front court. NASCAR season's coming up in a month.
You got to screen outside. Bring Edey away from the hole. Get him involved. And he just drops that drop coverage. So smart.
Chasing after Walker, who threw it out of bounds.
He caused the turnover. Edey. A reflection of him being in the right spot.
6 turnovers for Michigan State on an average of 11. And Purdue doesn't really turn people over a whole bunch this year.
No, they're pretty solid. Half-court defense is excellent, though. This is too low.
Edey scores it. Yep, you were right.
Once he's at 3 feet from the rim, and these kids are unselfish, they find him.
Yeah, Morton wanted to pass that thing into the post the whole way when he got the ball, and he did.
You mentioned turnovers, only around 10 a game for Purdue. They value it. You're going to get that little jumper there if you'll keep him on your hip.
Walker wanted to foul. He was being closed out by Jenkins, and now a foul is going to go against Sissoko, and the crowd revolts.
That's close. A hook and hold. Wow. Tell you what. I know they beat up Edey a lot, but that one should have gone the other way. Tell you, he does mix it up. Good for him. He gets beaten up every game. I'm sure he gets frustrated sometimes. Again, the big board just incites people.
Including that man.
He gets excited.
He's down in a stance now.
Nice cut.
It's a backdoor slam for first.
You know, Loyor has a little point guard in that head as well. Tom's coming out on the floor. He is furious. He's going to get one. Look at his son intercepting.
Bert Smith goes over there.
How about this play, though? Gorgeous read. Seen Loyor make plays of late. Not only a pretty face in terms of being able to make threes, but Tom was just out of sorts with that hook and hold.
You know, it's interesting. Purdue fans will say Zach Edey, like you said, gets beaten up all the time. Opposing fans will say he's only been called for 27 fouls all year, and I think there's this sort of push and pull in the Big Ten. Nobody feels like he's officiated fairly.
Well, yeah, defensively, though, he just gives ground. He's such a formidable object. He doesn't have to foul on that end. Think about it.
I agree with you.
And they shorten any ball screen. He drops coverage. So he's a very intelligent defender. But on the other end, he's got to expect to be people being physical, because what else could you do? You have to root him out as much as you can. But he just keeps playing. He's got a great attitude.
Yeah, he's very serene, almost stoic, and I do wish people would have just seen your Zach Edey impression when you were showing how to go vertical. It was tremendous.
Well, I thought you were talking about me when you said serene.
Yes, well,
somewhat.
Only certain nights. He's not.
Tom's got the great look and stare, doesn't he?
Well, he's always in it, too. I mean, there's not a moment that he's not living this game.
No, he loves it. Loves his players, obviously loves the game itself. Great representative. Kind of Doug Wojcik, his pal alongside him. That court guy at Navy. The guy by the name of David Robinson.
He could play.
Yep. And they got an offensive
foul. Boy, it's going to go against Akins.
Yeah. Trying to post up to get the ball. Out at the midcourt area. Can't get it.
That's the right call.
Yeah, it was. Load the ball.
Lead is 13 for the Boilermakers. It's 10-2 on the run for Purdue. Help comes for a moment. Now it's Edey on Sissoko.
Once you give this up,
Morton missed the three.
You got to give something up to get that big guy. Something early.
Morton denied it. Now a cut by Walker.
Pretty high. Great patience by Akins. Nice field.
Where would you help from if you were going to help off at Edey?
Different. You can't do the same all the time. They're not big, so you can't do big on big much. That is the difficulty. And first is a good offensive rebounder involved right there. So Hauser's got to stay on him.
Loyor missed the three. Edey nearly got a hand on that to clutch it. Hogarth leading in for two and a foul.
He can really get to the rim. Strong, puts that shoulder down, built like a running back, and he doesn't get too deep for fear of the big fella. A little kiss. Staying in touch.
Two on Loyor. So Smith has two, Loyor has two. I believe the Michigan State fans are reminding Fletcher Loyor about his family tree.
He was a good player, no question about it.
Yeah, he was.
You know, just...
And he still is.
Yeah, no
Fletcher
question.
Loyor is scoring 16 points a game.
Well, recently, somebody had 30 at Wright State. You know?
There's Dad John, longtime scout. They knew what they were in for today.
Oh, yeah. Big upside. They're going to yo-yo the guard. Smith, look at that drop step again.
He lifted out. Edey missed.
You just can't go too deep with Edey in that low post area. Cooper moves him around. He's down there preventing.
Walker met by Gillis. It's a 2. That's no good.
Nothing easy on that end. Really solid stay-at-home D by Purdue. This kid, almost a turnover, but he just understands what should be done on the offensive end. That was a little lob. Made yourself big. Right now, the struggle is offensively for Michigan State. A really tough-minded Purdue defense. Forced them into some tough issues. Was that your major, by the way?
No, they found your library. I knew somebody had busted into that overnight. Great to see the book getting some use.
Quantum was right up my alley.
Yeah, it would have been quite the leap for both of us, I feel like.
Again, good D, by the way. Cooper forced him out. That's what you want.
That's Edey's 16th shot
Not a good look here. Gillis, great hustle and cover. You expose him once you put the ball over your head like that.
8th turnover for Michigan State already. Smith got caught at the baseline. Morton comes out to help and feeds the post right away. Edey again is fouled.
I think on the backside, if I'm not mistaken. Brooks.
It is Pierre Brooks.
You can see they're mixing it up, the coverage, though. Occasionally on the cutter, they'll help. Same side. Again, no big on big.
First, he is a pretty good free throw shooter for a big guy, 75%.
Good stroke.
1 for 2.
Hauser's got to get going a little bit. Gillis, an excellent defender, but he's got to keep moving. There's a little blur screen for him.
Hauser gives it up, sets a screen. Brooks to Walker. Moving right in his pocket.
And Edey just recognizing everything, staying in the middle.
Hogard over Morton for 2.
Pretty good defender in Morton, too.
Purdue has basically led throughout, but the is zone has been loud all day today.
With that little dribble handoff. As you can see, worried about that. When he's pinned down, he gets going. They're a different team. Newman.
Hauser just sent Gillis into next Tuesday. Kick into the corner, and this is a splashdown. Walker's getting hot.
The drop step now. Oh, they got an invasion. The cylinder invasion. Sounds terrible. Sounds like a felony.
Sounds like you need a defense contract.
How about this early push to the open look? They've been trying to get some easy baskets. Hogard, when they're playing well, he's the catalyst.
Because of this cylinder invasion, it'll be a 1-and-1 for Edey.
Sounds like we're working for the History Channel.
Quantum mechanics and now cylinder invasion history. First one good. That is a nice stroke.
It is. With that size, different kind of an arc.
The crowd here in East Lansing is very into mulch.
I think they've heard our broadcast, maybe.
2 for 2.
Smooth.
27-20 Purdue, number 3 in the country.
Baseline bumps.
Crowd wanted Jenkins to be called for fouls, and people are standing up in frustration right near us.
And Gillis just rooted.
Hogarth swatted by Edey. They're going to foul. I thought instead they're going to count the 2, and that's it. I thought I heard a whistle. The 2 counts, and it's a 5-point game.
That's why Edey's right at the rim. Nice little curl out. But they weren't patient for him to reset. Steps.
Newman, yes indeed.
Great defense too. Walker in the right spot, move those puppies. They had a reset for Edey, and they were anxious to go the other side. They end up with a turnover right here. He went box to box, but on the other side he was wide open.
Purdue's lead was as much as 13 here in the first half. Now a 5-point game under a minute to go.
Goopy's got to keep him busy. First clean look in a while.
Hauser missed it. Edey's got himself a first half double-double.
Just got to keep him away from the hole. See if somebody dips down. Violation. Yeah. Little lack of communication amongst the guards and perimeter people. How about those numbers? 17 and 10.
Man,
well, they have more dialogues than the United Nations.
They do. Cooper's going to come out. He played some nice minutes for Tom Izzo.
He and Loyor have done a really solid job.
Hogarth yelling to get Brooks, and now the spacing was very poor. Hogarth discards Morton. Walker open for 3.
How about that replacement?
Timeout, Matt Painter.
This is the strength of Hogarth. A legal discard, but how about the replacement? Solid understanding of where to be, when to be there. Big time stroke as well. The guards had to play well in this game. You know, Edey's going to be prominent in the other end. Got to use their guile, their ability to put it on the deck, make themselves available as well.
Just letting it eat right here. Looked like Ed's feet at dinner the other night.
Your stat man?
Spider-Man's here. Everybody's here. This place is a college basketball palace.
It is. Purdue, which a couple of weeks here, you've been there quite a bit too. I'm going to be there. That is one of the great spots in America as well. Got to go to Edey at some point, I think. Smith, anything inside, you overhelp, they're going to kick it out. Loyor back on the floor as well. And Matt really bought some time with the 2 fouls, with the 2 guards.
Yeah, 2 for Loyor, 2 for Smith, 2 for Coffin-Wren, the backup center. So 8.5 for the Boilermakers and Smith.
Ball screen, let's see if they roll. Nice help, defense.
Hauser's got 2 seconds. Hogarth's got a look. 2-point game at the half. How about this ball game? Highlights, and here we go, second half, another tight Purdue-Michigan State game.
And the big thing for Michigan State, get a couple of easy ones, quick hitters on the other end.
Joey Hauser comes to meet the ball, runs to the rim and scores.
A nice little curl by him. A bunch of bumps on that baseline, curl using that bounce and extension.
Purdue, 1 loss a couple of weeks ago to Rutgers. That shot won't go for Smith.
These early pushes, that's what they need. They get a good one, fine. If not, run it.
Akins fouled. If it's Smith, it's Loyor. It's his third. Lawyer's third.
Cheapy, too. First, he's got Hauser. That's key, I think, how he plays him. Starts to get a little more aggressive. It would help Michigan State.
Through Sissoko for Hogard.
Look at them. Nice in their baseline. They're Hogard in the attack mode. Pretty good drop step and footwork by Hauser.
Pinned by First. 4 to shoot. Walker snaps it off and missed it right. Rebound Akins.
He's got it if he wants it.
He didn't. Instead, up top. And a lead for Michigan State with Hogard. The first and 5 to 4.
How about that fine? Got to get the big guy a touch. Little dribble handoff series. Look at how they've stuffed. I think he switched pivot feet.
Brian Sissoko just buried that screen action. Loyor got bumped by Akins prior to the shot. That's 2 on Akins.
Easy goals are hard to come by against Purdue's tough defense, but a little overhelp, a little overzealous. Loyor trying to play 2 big time. Knocked down on the kickback. Get him organized.
How about the preparation defensively for Michigan State to blow up that screen early in the possession?
Pretty.
Loyor.
There you go.
Got to the rim and trickled it out. Offensive rebound for Purdue. Smith caught it on the run. Akins closed him off.
Yeah, nice footwork as well. Let it clear first.
Edey to Morton, teeing it up, and he missed it short.
That's the one they're going to give him.
Hogard calling for the ball, and he kicks it to the corner. And Walker will slow it down for the moment. Hogard missed it for 3.
Taking some early good looks now. A rejuvenated offensive thrust.
It's a very good three-point shooting team, Michigan State. Top 50 in the country.
Nice curl. He's good. Good footwork, Loyor.
Akins made it tough for him, though, and the rebound for Sissoko.
They're beating Edey down the floor here.
Morton on Hauser halfway through the shot clock.
He's good at bouncing his guy to the box. A little too far out.
Walker had the game winner last year here, and he's got 2 more against Purdue this year.
Not doing a good job denying those initial bounces to the lane.
Sissoko leaning on Edey, draped on him.
I don't mind him getting the ball out that far. Look at the footwork, though.
He ends up with the ball back. Sissoko couldn't clear it. Morton rummaging down the lane. Edey the follow. It was off the cylinder.
Well, they've had a few of those mistakes. Not caressing and holding on to the basketball. Irwin passes.
Edey's face just looked like he's just over it. He is just sick of not scoring at the rim.
And that's that 9th turnover. You can't afford that against Purdue.
Walker.
He's getting what he wants, though.
Looks like he's feeling it.
Yeah, he really is. Tagging him well.
Smith, the freshman, his first time here at the Breslin Center as a Boilermaker.
This low, you got some problems.
Help comes. Morton catch and shoot in the corner. He missed it short.
That's the one they were going to gamble off.
Hauser going to work on First.
2 big body, not a good pass.
Loyor got the tip. Smith out ahead with Morton, who dropped it off for him, and he missed it right on the welcome mat.
Numbers here. Well, they've done a good job recognizing if it isn't there and get everything in order.
First place of the Big Ten in the balance.
Got to stop dribble drive if you're Purdue. Not a good look there. Goodness,
between the legs.
What's he going to do?
Loyor wants three.
Good
He's
look.
got it.
How tough is that? Stem the tide. Good find to get them organized as well.
Purdue didn't have success running the break to the rim, so Loyor hit the three. Hauser missed it off the bracket, and the rebound Sissoko. Intensity through the roof right now in this building.
Walker staying busy off the pin downs. They've been successful running baseline.
3 to shoot. Walker buries it. That is just about right where he sank the Boilermakers last year.
Shooting 40% from three. First has got to be a little more of a threat, I think. Nice double by Hoggard.
Edey stepped through it. Hauser ends up getting called for a foul underneath the rim. They would need it. Last couple weeks, Purdue's been about a 41% three-point shooting team. Before that, not very good at all this year, but recently it's been a hotter shooting team.
Absolutely. This is a driving team right now for Michigan State. They need some easy baskets, but more importantly, they have battle on the boards, relatively even, and Purdue is plus 12, which is amazing in the Big Ten.
Best rebounding team this year with that margin. Jenkins on the floor along with Loyor and Smith, the freshman. And Loyor fell to the ground. It ends up out of bounds, and it will stay with Purdue with 4.
Makes sense. He's going to be forced to bounce it too, because everybody knows he can shoot that basketball. Purdue's been able to come up with loose balls too. Not necessarily out hustling, but in the right spots.
Then they get Edey to the rim here with 4 seconds. Oh, instead it's Smith diving in for 2.
Really not alert on the inbounds. Thomas holding his head on that one.
Well, Smith was the only guy moving. He was moving hard.
He is quick.
Holloman in, here Brooks in off the bench.
Oh, not an overhelp and then give him a wide open look.
Hauser missed it. It gets tipped to Brooks.
Great grab by Brooks.
Walker splits 2. Edey redirects it.
How about that? Whew. That baby hook doesn't work around that guy.
And the length too, trailing the play. Smith lobs it for Edey to smash.
He hesitates enough to freeze the defender. Marvelous find. The big guy knows to get to the rim.
Indiana's Mr. Basketball, Braden Smith, has Purdue in a 1-point lead. Hauser barricaded by Gillis. He still got it up, and Edey a one-hand rebound.
Purdue forces you in some tough shots. Same play as earlier. Say goodnight.
Edey, good night.
Goodness. They run that middle ball screen. Somehow I think you've got to come off the weak side and jam him up on the roll. How about this, though? The presence of the big fella on both ends of the floor, that little hesitation, the pause that refreshes, and 2 big-time pause at the rim. Not much you can do. It's too late at that point. Once he rolls, somebody's got to chuck him like that.
Your ability with the language gives me pause. Edey, the free throw. It's a 4-point lead. 7 in a row for the Boilermakers. Akins. Up top, it's Brooks. No.
Good ball movement. Sissoko, good hustle.
Swatted it back in off of Jenkins.
Pretty play. Heads up. He silently has done a nice job trying to compete against the big fella in that low box area. He's just all-out hustle, smart play. So Jenkins trying to give ground, anticipating it.
Tom Izzo just trying to push Lonnie Sissoko to deal with the rigors of day-to-day in the Big Ten. All the big guys are going to lean on him.
Yeah, there are a slew. So Trace Jackson Davis the other day, big-time performance. They need that every day from him in Indiana.
Saw Hunter Dickinson against Michigan State as well. That's going to be a foul on Sissoko.
That's like a turnover. You don't even get a shot. Can't chase a rebound.
Well, Wall, he's coaching. So those words ring absolutely true from a guy who's a tremendous leader of men.
Within that theme, opportunity. Give players opportunity to grow, mature, develop into a team.
18 years now at Purdue for Matt Painter. Edey with some space.
Wow. Sissoko sort of backed off and gave him ground right out of the timeout.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a whole lot.
No, not at all.
Body to body most of the day, Sissoko and Edey when they've been in together.
A little post up, not a bad maneuver here. A little small change. Jenkins trying to body him. Looking for Edey to bite, maybe somebody make a cut and find them. Hogan very good at finding people in that low box area. Anybody over helps. You can see a little jab down by Gillis.
7 free throws combined in the game. Michigan State has 1 of them, and fouls have not really happened a whole lot. 6.5.
It's got to be the guards here or Joey.
Guard bumped by Jenkins again. Jostled, 4 to shoot. Hogard gathers and scores.
Wow. Woo. Some help from above. Off balance, a little smooch too, right?
He barely had control of the ball and sank a 2. It's a 2-point game.
Baseline rubs. Nice tag on the baseline.
Loyor sees Edey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. Down it goes.
Oh, leave a tip for the head check, lady.
I mean, what do you do if he's in a
There's nothing you can do. Oh, tough target. Gillis underneath. Well, I don't know about a lob with the big guy. Edey on the other side as well. Got away with that one, fortunately, for Michigan State. And Gillis, pretty good job, though, trying to take the legs out.
Gillis fortunate he didn't end up with a neck injury. Snapped down.
Big, strong kid, though. 3 small guys on the floor for Purdue, trying to match up defensively.
Newman in for Jenkins on that stoppage. They wanted Hauser instead. It's Walker back in. Missed it.
Sissoko, nice offensive rebound by Hauser. Sissoko with a great screen to get that open look.
Akins.
Pretty.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a dance drill. They got to take over. You're not going to get much around the rim. But Sissoko offensively, not that nice denial here.
Akins.
Give it up.
Had Walker. Akins missed it, and a foul call.
Number 3 on Smith.
It is his 3rd.
So he took away the passing, a nice denial. Now watch the way he takes away the passing lane by coming in to his teammates' area. Fortunately, he got to the free throw line. That's what a give and a give back. Those lefties like to get to that strong hand, too.
Yeah, it's amazing in a game like this, you get a little lackadaisical with a pass, and somebody's ready for it. It was Akins, and he missed the free throw.
2 great defensive coaches and teams.
Not a surprise in the way this game's been played that we'd sneak the wrestling promo into the right side of the screen.
Are you suggesting?
I am suggesting that it has been intense.
It is
body to body.
Physical performance by both teams. Who's tougher? We'll find out.
1 point separates it.
Fortunately, he's okay. I thought he turned his ankle down there.
Get a foul down low against Michigan State. Sissoko.
Yeah.
That's his 3rd.
I don't think he got the foul. He got the foul on the cutter. Got to save him for the big guy. He's going to get a blow now.
Let's see. I guess he was leaning on.
Yeah, I guess it was Edey.
Tom Izzo, your thoughts? So Sissoko out, Hauser in, and it's up to Cooper, the freshman, on Edey, who went diagonal, and it's swatted out of bounds by Michigan State.
Yeah, Hauser with a good hand in there. Cooper did a nice job moving just a step or two off that box. If you do that, you can get some help. It makes it a tougher shot for him. Got to get free.
First for Edey. Trying to get it into the post. He does against the former goalkeeper. Here's first and a foul. It was the body. The block was clean, but the body from Hogard leads to the whistle.
How about Edey's feel for the game, though? Really a nice soft delivery, but first alert on the cut. Just caught. Window dressing. Watch it.
Good on the front end. The first of two.
I'm sorry. First was recruited by Tom, too. Here at Michigan State. Chose Purdue. Give Edey a blow now.
Doesn't he have the feel of an Izzo player?
Yeah, he does. He does. Very good offensive rebounder as well. I love his stroke.
Purdue by 3, 9:20 to go.
Playing without Smith now. Jenkins got to do a good job on the offensive end for Purdue.
Cooper the screen. Hogard the pull-up. He missed it, and first there he is on the glass.
The players are so good getting guys on their hip.
First out there with Kaufman-Wren. Newman as well.
They're so good at getting free. Just poised.
Kaufman-Wren had it for a moment. He could not come up with it. Now Walker scanning into the corner. That's a 2. That's no good for Akins. Tell you what, Matt Painter trying to sneak a couple of minutes for some of his starters here.
The big guy in particular. Willis on the bench as well. And of course, Smith with the foul problems. Yo-yoing. He and Newman and Jenkins.
Kaufman-Wren denied the post by Cooper. Bodying up on him, and that is going to be, I believe, a travel. It is. It's a walk.
Pretty good defensive maneuver. Wren is a good player, and he's going to be an excellent player at Purdue. You can just see bodying up, strong, staying tall. Well, they're getting some minutes from guys, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Kohler back on the floor now. Cooper out. Little triangle set they like to run.
Newman got a hand in and punched it away from Walker at 8 flat. That will be a timeout on the floor. That's the rest of the team with 17. Edey has 26 and 23 of their 44 shots, too.
Now, they've been going to them knowing the disadvantage of Michigan State is up front. They just don't have the big bodies. But Tom has gotten guys to step their game up defensively. Kohler, Cooper, Sissoko.
How long will Matt Painter stay away from Edey right now? Kaufman-Wren trying to defend Hogard. He couldn't do it.
That's from the bench. No big guy. Attack that rim. You can get something easy.
Right out of the timeout. It's a 1-point game.
Oh, offensive to the elbow. Rand, that's his third foul already.
It is.
Here comes Edey.
Yep.
Here comes Edey. Didn't have to raise the elbow.
15, Zach Edey checks back in for Purdue.
Kaufman-Wren can't believe it. Ethan Morton will come back in off the bench, too.
Well, defensively, he's such a tough guy. He stays with Hogard.
Morton picks him up in the backcourt.
Empty side here. This is it. Walker can hesitate, maybe find somebody.
It's Hogard in the corner with Morton. A.J. Hogard looking for the lead.
Step back. Nice check out by First as well.
Jenkins, a Utah transfer, in control of it for Purdue.
They love his attitude. Jenkins. Got him. Nice cut by Morton, but doesn't finish. That's the problem.
Foul.
He is an excellent offensive rebounder. Got to find him, put a body on him.
Michigan State foul on number 10, Joey Hauser.
4 offensive rebounds a game in the right spot. Of course, Hauser comes over to assist. You don't get a body on first.
We look first in the line for the Boilermakers, shooting 2.
Ethan Morton, as a freshman, kind of got sick early, in and out of the lineup. There, he creates to get first to the line. He's a sophomore now this year.
Well, what's great about this team, when they hit the post, they're very active. That tells you what's open, what you can get away with. Smith back in now, so they got their starting backcourt.
Edey went over the top, couldn't come up with it. Crowd wanted a foul. They'll get the ball, and maybe the belief in basketball karma that they were looking for.
Edey with good footwork strung that out.
Walker down the lane. He got clipped.
They got Edey, I think.
Purdue foul on number 3, Braden Smith.
They'll call it on Smith. That's his 4th.
Could have easily given it to Edey. Well, I guess he got him there at the end, huh?
And Smith, you got to believe at some point will realize he doesn't have to do that with Edey back there.
Exactly.
Walker got the first. And Tom Izzo, after the Purdue game here last year in the regular season, and Matt Painter might be saying that same thing we were talking about. Tom Izzo said Walker growing from the Northeastern level to playing here at Michigan State, that was a real confidence builder for him against Purdue last year with that game winner. They've needed him badly today, and he's tied the game.
He's really been playing well in the Big Ten Conference, so shooting it well. 55% threes. A direct pass, you got him.
Instead, they go away from Edey. It's Loyor taken away by Akins. And he's fouled by Caleb First.
He should have given it up. Once again, he got a layup. I was telling him. All right, here, you've got to give this basketball up. Great defensive situation. Right there, you give him the ball.
Akins do it. It's a 1-and-1, and Akins, as you said.
Counseling?
Yeah, that's maybe.
Glad they weren't mic'd up. I'm glad they weren't mic'd up.
That could be very true.
Good teams say that, though. Right after it. Have that kind of exchange is healthy.
Yeah, you fix it and then you move on. Right? And if the consolation prize, you get at least 1 point, which he did, you'll take it.
Right.
Akins, 2 for 2. 6 in a row for Michigan State. As loud as it's been all day. That's a reach in and a foul, and it's going to be a 1-1.
That's 4 on him.
Yeah, it's Sissoko off the ball. I thought they were going to get the reach. Instead, it's Sissoko down low. You're right, Brad.
What they do nicely, Purdue, it's like a lot of cuts, rotating across the, exchange the wings over the top, opens it up, makes your defense react, gets you on an overload, and have that weak side help.
4 on Sissoko, who has been entangled with Edey all day. That's good.
Nice poise for this kid. He is a solid guy. Running the floor a lot better than he used to.
Staring at all sorts of colors and shapes and sizes, and despite the Teletubby that went up, we're tied at 46.
And Morton with the job, keeping Hogan in front of him. Akins is quick off of screens, too.
Hauser.
Great screen to set it up. Lost his guy in a high bump.
5 minutes without a field goal for the Boilermakers. Loyor got it.
Nice ball fake. Fake the post pass, the pump fake.
These freshmen in the backcourt for Purdue are playing like much older guys.
Yeah, people haven't seen the real Smith either. This kid's a keeper, solid, knows the game. Again, same kind of a play using that bump.
And he scores. Hauser was trailed by first, and the Spartans retake the lead.
Same play, a little left of center, just using that derriere. Cooper set it up. Joey to the rim. Big time finish here. Taking the hit.
Joey Hauser at the line for Michigan
How about Joey
State.
Hauser earlier this year? 23 against Kentucky, kind of trumpeting how improved he was going to be this year.
Well, the interesting thing is, do you go under? And he's got the three if you go under. And so he set his man just enough for that rub.
Hauser at the line for Michigan
Newman
State.
for Jenkins, the sub here. Hauser, three-point play. Tough to make them any louder, but the bench is trying.
Really defend it well. Two doubles.
Edey right up, scores.
Oh, that was easy.
Under 5 minutes to go at the Breslin Center.
I'd run the same play. NBA style, you ride it.
Walker comes out to get it versus Smith. Screen from Cooper.
They drag Edey now.
He's got Cooper down there. Walker over Edey.
How about that delivery?
Purdue fans are going to see Tyson Walker in their sleep. First, buries it.
Big time delivery. He hasn't had any touches from deep.
Just his 9th of the year in a huge spot. Give Walker the left hand.
Same play, trying to drag the big away from the hole. Somebody going to jump switch here.
Walker stalking Edey. Walker step back, gave it up.
Opens up the middle low.
Walker found a spot and knocked it down. How beautiful is that?
They had Edey on a string.
Loyor down the lane. Draws the foul and scores. What poise.
How about stepping up big time? The offhand. Woo! Some big time plays on both ends of the floor. I love the ticker on the league. Around that rim. Tough to manage.
How many teams have the personnel to lure him out there as well?
That's true.
How about these two teams? Combined 8 for their last 8 from the floor. And the offense is starting to cook here in East Lansing.
Speaking of cooking, Loyor has stepped up. He has shown quite a bit.
Undeterred by a crowd trying to get into his head.
Yeah.
3-point play and a dazzling one at that. It's a 1-point game with 3 and change to go. Crowd goes silent, just shoe squeaks for you on this offensive end.
Baseline bumps, slipping Hogarth into the lane. If they overhelp, he can find nice little strong though. Got Morton, backed him in. And he stayed away from Edey too. Didn't get too close to the rim protector. It's great to see these coaches, the things they come out of timeouts with. And ride Hogarth, usually he's outside dribble driver with his strength.
One of the best assist men in the country, an 85% foul shooter, and he missed the first.
When he makes those threes, he's got 10 for the year. Combined with that dribble drive, post-up game, he's a tough out.
You just saw Smith come back in with 4 fouls for the Boilermakers, and Hogarth 0 for 2, and he can't believe it. His arms in the air. 3 to go.
think it's Loyor if it's not Edey.
Playing together. Loyor somehow meandered to the rim for two.
Boy, he's got his confidence. Nice little crossover to set it up.
Adrenaline coursing through the freshman Fletcher Loyor.
What a year in this league, huh? Heavyweights.
We got about 2 months left. Walker has been dominant.
Nice dribble.
Walker got by Edey.
Pushed it ahead. Clever. Oh, he split the defenders. Loyor wants the ball. Look at this kid.
And he will go to the free throw line. Edey hung on the rim, but he was trying to, I believe, avoid somebody.
If he stepped on somebody, we'd be saying prayers.
That's exactly right.
But Loyor, the activity, the pin down, getting himself available, this is just gorgeous. How about the split to counter the Michigan State split? Boy, he wants it right now.
Does he ever? I mean, they have been shouting at him all day long, and he has been absolutely cool.
I think some was directed at you, by the way. I can understand that as well.
Well, I'm very good at repressing things.
He collected himself, it seemed, at halftime, didn't he?
It looked like
He was
it.
just a little more relaxed.
Purdue by 1, 2 minutes to go. Another classic between these two. Halfway through the shot clock, here is Walker wheeling into his shot. It's good!
And what they were doing is moving Edey out, and they are eating it up.
Timeout, Matt for the two. So, Purdue trailing by 1. Where do you go here?
Well, I see Smith back on the floor, so it'll get into his hands. Loyor will be active on the bumps, and it'll end up with Edey at some point if they don't get what they want outside here. Oh,
jammed up there. Walker hit the deck right into Edey. Going to work. He left it short. And the rebound, Sissoko with 4 fouls.
and Sissoko moved them up a step again, making it a pull-the-string hook.
1 minute left. Number 3, Purdue in trouble.
Yeah, pick your poison. A little floppy on the baseline.
Walker shot seeking
Gets to
for
his
2.
spot.
Tipped out of bounds. Let's see. It's Purdue's for now with 49 seconds.
They're going to look. Both refs were pretty sure.
Let's see. Oh, who got it last is the question. Now the ball on the floor is Purdue ball, so do you have enough to overturn is the question.
Both clubs getting the free timeout out of it.
Let's see who it touched last. Now to the hand.
It looked like Edey in a way. And then Newman late.
Did Edey get a piece of it as it went by? Did it graze him?
It did. It looked like it changed direction a little bit.
We'll see what Larry Scarrato, Bert Smith, and Lamar Simpson have at the monitor here. Again, the call on the floor is Purdue basketball. Now both coaches have to go through both situations.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the free timeout comes in handy. And we're going to take another look. As you noted, though, if they can't ascertain, I didn't see Sissoko's hand in there at all, did you?
Well, it's in there, but the question is, did it hit Edey's hand after? Wow, that's so tough.
It is.
I could see how live it was Sissoko's that propelled it forward, right?
Initially.
But as you said, at the end is his hand in there.
They're not sure. You can see Lamar
And if you're not sure,
they got to stick with it.
Yeah. Another look.
He may have whiffed on it though, Edey. I missed it.
On the left hand, you're saying? Yeah. All right, they're going to come over and talk to us. So Bill will get the official word. Bert Smith. They're going to look at our monitor now as what's happening here. Over on the far side, they're not getting a great look. So, Brad, if you could roll this back a little bit. They're taking a look at our monitor here. The officials are. They're not getting a great look over on the far side. So that's the conversation. And that's going to be real tough to see, too. Here's another look, very slow. See Sissoko's pinky finger on it. The question is, does Edey get it as well?
Did Edey whiff?
You got the hang on a second sign. They're going to go to the far side. Bert and Lamar and Larry are going to talk it over after what we saw on this side of the table. It's such a crucial call. What do you think, Bill?
So pivotal. I think they're going to have to stick with the call. Not my guess. I mean, we couldn't come up with it the many times we looked at it.
Is there enough evidence to overturn the call on the floor of Purdue basketball?
I think the crowd's going to tell us in a second.
We'll hear it.
What direction.
Three men.
But the jury is out for weeks here.
It's true. And we can't have a split decision. There are three. Let's see. Larry's going to the table. Oh, they're going to call it an arrow.
Wow.
They're going to say, use the arrow. It's Purdue basketball. Video evidence inconclusive.
They're both touching the ball simultaneously. Possession arrow they go to.
Do you mind it?
I like the decision.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Well, we'll see if the arrow comes into play, and if that matters here.
Purdue gets the ball anyhow.
Yeah. Smith picks it up. 45 seconds to go at the Breslin Center. Edey backing in. Killed the dribble. Here's Smith. Refeed Edey.
Loyer's got to keep busy. And a small change foul.
It goes against Walker.
He didn't need it. Didn't need it. Guy with a great stroke, 77% free throw. Coach wants me to go over the top.
It's a tough call. Loyor, 12 and a half, make it 13.
Nice.
His brother transferred away from Michigan State, went to Davidson, became a 16-point-a-game scorer. Loyor gives Purdue the lead.
Big time step up. What a half he's had.
A.J. Hoggard into the front court, and here's a timeout. 25.7 to go. Michigan State and Purdue both have 2 timeouts remaining. I'll tell you what, Purdue and Michigan State, specifically here in this place, has become a must-watch. Miles Bridges back in 2018 with 2.7 to go. Then in the COVID season, Purdue's Travion Williams with the game winner, 55-54. Last year, Tyson Walker over Williams for the Michigan State victory. What will it be, and who will be the hero today?
You got a lot of things that Michigan State's been running effectively. Baseline bumps with curls, the empty side ball screen, middle ball screen, or a curl off the top, which Hauser got that nice little look in the lane. So there's a lot of things that Purdue has to prepare for. They don't have the inside punch, so it's got to be some guard-oriented play for Michigan State.
This has been such a good rivalry that they can't even agree on what the record is against one another.
Is there one?
Yeah, Michigan State has it 72-57. Purdue has it 73-56. We're all going to see together who wins this one as game 2 of our triple header continues to the finish line.
The big thought now is, do we move Edey away from the rim with our action? You know you're going to get a good look if you do that.
Matt Painter just said, I believe we're going to trap
he
on
likes
the
that,
side.
He likes that drop defense. Yeah, if they ice it on the one side, that's when they got spinning, Edey to spin when he dribble drive kick to the corner.
Saw the stoic face of Fletcher Loyor, who hopes that he's given Purdue a win. We'll see.
You got to run your action normally. A good, quick run if possible, so you can follow it.
It's Walker, under 20. Walker against Edey, slams on the brakes.
Down to 10.
Walker, pull up. Got it! 10.8, we got a timeout, I believe. The clock was stopped. Tom Izzo is on the floor. Did Izzo call the timeout, or did Painter call the timeout?
I didn't see Painter signal it, but you know, Edey was wide open under the rim. Interestingly enough, I think everybody anticipated a timeout.
They're going to say Purdue called the timeout. So 10.8 to go.
How about this kid keeping the dribble alive? Again, they moved Edey around a little bit. And here, a little shake. Get the puppies organized. Deliver some early onions. Big time stroke.
30 for Tyson Walker. Yeah, Izzo was calling the timeout. They're going to change that. It's Michigan State with the timeout. 10.8 to go.
Did you see Edey wide open, by the way?
He was, yeah.
He was. They had an open opportunity. Now, the whistle may have blown and the players stopped. That could be part of it.
Everybody's hair is turning white.
Hang around me, huh? Just nice poise here. Deft little crossover. Knocking down that jumper, his sweet spot.
I mean, the intensity is to the moon, and Walker has this casual smile coming down forward. That's how much he's feeling it today.
I would think they're going to run that little quick hitter, the dribble drive by Edey. He gets to the lane with Loyor coming off with the dribble handoff. The other thing is a direct pass to Edey. You bite, he finds somebody. He's a good passer.
We'll see where they go. They added .2, the officials did, so it's 11 flat to go.
Alman on the floor now. Put some speed.
Now Caleb Furr is just talking to Braden Smith about the inbound situation.
He is really quick, Smith bringing the ball up. Walker's lined up with Loyor. That's the guy that keeps busy, opens it up for a lot of other people as well. Smith can turn the corner and find.
Surrounded by thunder, Caleb First inbounds to Smith. 10 seconds to go. Loyor, the freshman, into the post. Edey gets to the rim and scores. 2 seconds to go. Purdue by 1.
You knew the big guy was going to be a presence. How about the delivery to the low box? Just a great look by Loyor. You got to hug him. Great opening to the passing lane. And Loyor is a great post passer, too. Of course, the target's formidable. The pass to the correct hand, drop step. And now the big thing for Michigan State, how are they going to handle this situation in terms of getting to half court? None left after that one. That's the problem, right?
You got to do it live.
Yeah, they got to do it live. So now you've got to have a running start, obviously, or a back screen at half court to a post up, turn, one bounce and shoot it. That's one thing you can do. Because counter that with Purdue, you must You want to pressure, but don't speed them up. A little running start a lot of teams like to do to the dominant hand. So big on the ball, I would think. You know, the Grant Hill play.
Yep.
You know, same. Just take away the vision. Front.
You said it, though. The pass from Loyor to the hand of Edey. Yes, he's a big target, but it was right where it needed to be.
It's a message. I'm giving it to you there. You drop step to the rim. I mean, it's.
I don't want it back,
it's
right?
Transmitted. Yeah. You know, it's just nonverbal.
They're going to add 0.2 of a second again. 2.2 for Michigan State. No timeouts left for the Spartans. Purdue by 1. This game will turn you inside out.
Edey back to protect the basket, but first 6'8" as well. Same situation.
Career day for Edey.
See if they run a post-up, get Hauser a look. Timeout. Just want to see what the setup was, I guess.
So Painter has 1 left after that timeout. And now the counter punch here for the Boilermakers, who will be at Minnesota coming up on Thursday. Then Maryland at Michigan. You and I will be there. Then Michigan State once again on January 29th. This is a tough league this year, Rap.
There's no easy ones. And the arenas, the venues, suffocating. I mean, you've got to bring your A game, obviously. Don't pay attention to the noise in the building. The way that was set up, I think Joey Hauser's going to be involved. Sissoko maybe with a catch, or he turns and pins down and gets Joe Hauser at half court.
Tom Izzo, a last message for Akins. There you see, first place on the line of the Big Ten.
I don't know if you noticed, Tom, don't move on that screen. So that's got to be something at the other end of the floor. Again, the vision is going to be tough with the big guys, particularly first on the ball.
Will Purdue still be at the top of the Big Ten in 2.2 seconds?
And Hoger can run that baseline.
Walker's on the near side. Inbound pass coming from the baseline. Edey goes up. It's tipped away by Newman.
It's effective.
0.5.
They're going to have to reset more, I think.
I think you're right.
Over 1.
It looked like maybe 0.9 or 1. We'll see. You end up getting the ball into the front court,
Exactly.
though.
It's ideal.
See, when it's touched, when the clock starts, if it starts right when it's touched and then when it goes out of bounds. Now,
that's out. It's 1-7 or 8, maybe.
But I would say, too, my question would be to you, and I agree, if that was the right start point. Now, the clock, to me...
Once it hits out of bounds, though.
Right.
And the clock starts once it's touched.
Right.
But then it stops once it hits the out of bounds.
So my question would be, did they start it on time as well? Did it start right when it was touched by Newman here? Watch.
Maybe a tenth of a second off, maybe at most, you know.
We'll see. It's at 0.5 right now, and
I think it'll go higher. I'd say 8.8.
Now, what's the discussion here, Matt Painter, if you're going to have to play defense in the half court here?
Again, the same situation. Take away the vision of the passer. There'll be a lot of bumps. Step to the ball like a back screen, make believe you lob, turn, bang it. I'm sure he's going through all the different things that they have scouted.
They're going to call it 1.8. Wow. Again, my question would be, did it start on time? They're acting as though it did. So 1.8 is the number. Michigan State has a chance here, Rap.
I'm going to bring that timer with me next time I start coaching.
I know, right?
Wow. Purdue first on the ball. Chase, I'm sorry. You're not going to get anything at the rim with Edey. Whoever he is guarding, he's got to be the screener.
Now, I believe they gave Michigan State a timeout back as well. They had taken one on an earlier timeout that was called, so they do have one remaining that they used right there.
That may be the one that we thought was Purdue initially, and then it was Michigan State.
Yeah. So officially it's one timeout and 0. A lot of discussion. 1.8. Here's how we made it to this point. It looked like Tyson Walker might have done Purdue in.
Amazing. That crossover, Timmy Hardaway killer. Crossover, beautiful pull-up game. And this is just a gorgeous pass. The drop step and finish. Away from the defender and clever footwork by the big guy.
Tim Hardaway in the building, scouting here today.
Is that right? I didn't see it. I saw him last week.
8 ties, 13 lead changes. Purdue was up 24-11 in this game, and Michigan State couldn't score. Suddenly, the Spartans have 38 points after halftime. So here we go.
And Edey on the ball.
Timeout, Matt Painter, which will be well received here by the Michiganders. Now everybody is officially out of timeouts, and she can't believe that anybody had any left.
How fun has this thing been? How much enjoyment. Kids making plays. Loyor stepping up in the second half as well.
This series has become one of the best games in the Big Ten year to year.
You chronicled it before. Guys making big-time shots. Still an opportunity here for Michigan State. It's intriguing, though. How do you see around Edey? He's going to face it out this way. So it's going to be very tough to get like that 15, 18-foot kind of a jump shot. There'll be one going away, maybe a bounce, and then a shot of some sort.
Where do you like him more, on the ball or at the rim?
Well, right now, you got first, and it's not a big Michigan State team, so I think him on the ball, I mean, he just blankets your vision totally. And, of course, first can sort of jam it up inside as well. But they may reverse it, to answer your question. After that timeout, throw first there, put him to protect. It's not a lob team right now, Michigan State, though.
It's more a guard team,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Hauser's got to be involved in the screen somehow and step out. What a wild end of the afternoon.
My goodness. We saw it here last year. There was a stoppage or two at the end of the game, and everybody had to get riled up, and they are great at it here at the Breslin Center. 64-63 Purdue, which lost by a point to Rutgers back on January the 2nd, 65-64, their only loss.
Over's the inbounder. He can't see over, and he's got to lock his pivot foot. Looks like a screen down and a cross. Here's the screen down. You got a shot.
Walker missed it, and Purdue escapes the Breslin Center.
How good was that basketball game? How competitive.
I mean, if you wanted Big Ten basketball for 40 minutes in a nutshell, it was this thing today.
And they got to look, though. Nice little series of bumps to free him. A little frustration at the end. Boy, the strategy. The things you've got to go over to win a basketball game in this league.
Top flight basketball. Guys spilling out their guts on this floor for 40 minutes. And man, oh man, how about the side plot of Fletcher Loyor getting the feed to Edey and 17 points to boot.
Just extraordinary. Loyor and Edey, I think, really did an excellent job coming down the stretch. And the guards, Michigan State, responded great. He's an immovable object. And just trying to contest with him every trip is extremely hard.
He's getting better. I mean, this was his career high in points today that we saw.
Well, they knew they had to take advantage of the size, and they did.
Tremendous coaching, great execution, 64-63. That'll do it.